Hey guys, it's Chris, the Natural Progressive, live from Utah. Sorry, Val. I tried. I can't do it. I also have with me Valahela, live from where?
Live from Kokomo, Indiana.
There you go. And Whitney is live from L.A.,
Los
California.
Angeles.
Los Angeles, California. So hey guys, Blake TV's with us. Independent Outsider Dave is here. Mark Roche Bio. Bio's always the first one to be here. I saw Oz earlier. Let's see. Who else is here? Who else? TRC Galaxy. So, hey guys. So y'all saying hello in the chat. Thank you for coming. Kim Centeno and Gazar. Oh my gosh, thanks guys for showing up. Pat the Batman fan. Hey, Fruitcakes. Hey, you. And Dee Dee Sunbeam. Hello. Thank you for coming. All right, we're good.
Pat,
I think I got it. Pat, are you coming on or no? I sent you a link. You should have the link if you want to come on. Just join whenever you're ready. If you feel like it, if you feel up to it. So, here we go. This is the craziness. As you all know, and I'm sure you two have topics too, but this is what the whole pick of the crop thing is, in my view. Okay, remember our conversation, Whitney, last Wednesday when it was like, please, give us some more. Like they're gonna put people over barrels so hard that they're going to make them beg to get their crappy slave jobs back and be happy about it. And what the hell has happened over the last week where all these people are going in the streets begging for their jobs back? Because they bailed out everybody, all the big corporations, all the elites, they bailed all them out. They didn't bail out the people, and that was totally by design because they want you to come crawling back for your jobs. And now, because unemployment is so high right now, and it was so low, it was really, really low, that people were starting to demand more. They wanted more because they knew they deserved it, and there was good competition and all that. But now there's like very, very high unemployment. They can pick anybody they want and give them a job. They don't need that many people with automation. They don't need that many people. Automation can fill in a lot of the gaps, but they don't have to pay the people who do come in crap, because now they're just begging for their jobs back. They lost all their power the minute they went out into the street and said, open the economy, open the economy. Okay, you open the economy, what's going to happen? For one, I don't think everybody's just going to jump into things like going to the movie theaters, going out to dinner and eating in and all that. I don't think that's going to happen. That's not realistic, because people are still, just because you say, okay, the economy's open, doesn't mean everyone's just going to jump back into life as usual like it was before. I mean, okay, I'm going to let you all talk. I did my opening spiel. That's what I kind of wanted to talk about.
well, maybe perhaps it's easier to turn off the economy than to turn it back on. The switch to turn it on, I'm sure, is a lot harder. The situation is perhaps I can understand these people freaking out. I was watching them.
Oh, I can too. I mean,
And it's not,
it's because they didn't bail out the people. It's because they only bailed out the big corporations, and they put those people in that position.
in lockdown.
Yes, absolutely.
Go home, stay home, don't bother us. And
Pat, you're sideways. Welcome, Pat. Yeah, I mean, hello, Jim. Sorry, we have latecomers. So, hi, Pat. Welcome, Pat and Jim. Jim from Alaska, and Pat.
Hi, Jim.
Where are you, Pat?
Beyond the sun.
Beyond the sun.
Beyond the sunset.
Yes. Okay. Well, welcome. Turn your
Right,
camera.
North
Pat, you're
Hollywood.
sideways. You're like this.
Oh, again?
Yeah, there you go. That's better. We have some more people that joined us. Vanessa Kitty jumped on. Moose Gal is here. Here's a domestic proposal. Please share. Okay. We definitely will share that. I gotta look what it is first. Let's see. Yeah, that's all that's. Oh wait, proud. No, Poodle Susan is here. Hi, Poodle Susan. She's saying hi to Val.
Yeah, I know her.
She's from.
I've watched her videos. I've
Oh,
seen.
really? I
Yeah,
gotta
she
look
has
at
a
them.
channel. She
Who?
does videos.
I've seen her before. I know I've seen her before. I'm trying to think where.
Yeah,
Maybe on probably on Sandy's channel, the Environmental Coffee House. I'm
maybe.
thinking. Yeah, I think that's where it was. Domestic proposal. Please share. I
She's a
will
friend
have to.
of Amanda's and Diane.
Okay. Well, cool.
Okay.
Friend. Okay, I gotcha. I see. All right. So, Chris Foster's here. No, not much. We just barely got started. I went into a whole rant about um, how now that they bailed out all the corporations, gave the people a pittance, and now people are protesting to open back up the economy. That now the corporations have, the pick of the crop of who they want to hire back, and they can pay them a pittance compared to what they used to make as long as they get a job because everyone's begging now to have their jobs back.
Yeah,
So
but that the people that you're seeing on TV are being funded by Betsy DeVos. It's mainly just lunatics. I mean, those are not people that don't have jobs.
you
You know
think?
what I mean? I think that's like a Tea Party
Oh, okay.
style.
It's definitely a Tea Party type of movement for sure.
Okay. What he's talking about is that there's some gun
Logan,
people who are behind organizing that. Now, that's not to say that these people still aren't hurting. Okay. The Betsy DeVos connection that he mentioned is two brothers who have some Facebook gun organizations that's actually competing against the National Rifle Association. So yeah, that's true. They're organized by them, but they're still hurting.
Yeah,
And
that certainly are. That doesn't
I
mean
think
all of them.
it's a stunt.
It,
It's a stunt. No, no, no. I mean, yeah. I think it's a stunt.
okay, hold on.
Personally.
Forsaken Champion, hello. Thank you for coming. Nice to see you. And I know there was someone else who's new in here. Poodle Susan. Um, did I say Cindy Seeley? I just want to make sure I say hi to all the peeps. I know there's someone I missed. Who did I miss?
I
Okay,
don't miss anybody. Somebody said Sandy. Poodle Susan said Sandy.
okay. Yeah, anyway, I don't think I don't know.
Couldn't it be both?
It could be both because it could be
Could
some
be
people who started it, that were paid to do it, and maybe they're like fomenting anger and everything, and among the people saying, "Yeah, open the
well,
economy, we're starving," and
yeah, but if you look at the signs, they're not saying, "Hey, I'm hungry. I got to get my ass back to work." They're holding up stupid ass signs that say like,
open the economy.
freedom." You know what I mean? Like it's like there was one woman who held up a sign with a gas mask on it, and it said, "My body, my choice."
Oh my
Like
God.
what a what a perversion of. I mean, they're just idiots.
Yeah, I
But
know
the
they're.
people should
No,
be.
no reasonable person. I mean, a reasonable person that has lost their job and really realizes the reality of the situation, and they're going to be, they're not going to be protesting like in that manner anyway.
What people should really be protesting is not to get back to work, but to make the government pay us fucking $2,000 a month for as long as this damn thing lasts.
And meanwhile, Steve Mnuchin is driving off with a dump truck full of money, robbing us in broad daylight on TV, and they interview him on TV like he shouldn't be in jail, and he's saying, and he's telling everybody, "Hey, you're $1,200 a month." Meanwhile, he has $4 trillion
Yeah,
in
no, he's
federal
saying
funds.
that
This guy already should be in jail.
he said you
He
could live off of $1,200 for 10 weeks.
Right. This is the guy who Kamala Harris did not prosecute for his role in the California housing crisis. That's how Graham Elwood, our buddy Graham, lost his house
Yep.
due to that whole thing. Uh, then he went on. By the way, he was head of Goldman Sachs, right? He also produced such hit movies as Wonder Woman, Lego Movie. Like he has a long IMDb list. So like
Oh.
he's entrenched in the on both coasts. He's worth personally like $400 million, and they just gave him $4 trillion in federal funds, untraceable federal funds. And he's
Yeah.
on TV, and the reporters aren't asking him any substantive questions.
Oh, no.
He's just
And
laying out his.
And don't forget the $1,200 is just merely an advance on next year's tax returns.
Right, exactly.
Well, that's
So
So it's not.
they
They're not
said
even.
that's
They
not the
didn't
way
even
it-
give us that.
There's that's still. I mean, I've heard that both ways. Like, no, it's not. Yes, it is.
I
Like,
spoke to my brother, who is a tax preparer, and he told me it's an advance.
okay,
Yeah.
well,
Either way, it sucks.
My brother does this for a living.
I know that's the way it was with George Bush's tax, whatever they gave us. That's the way it was there. We had to take that off of our out of our deduction when we got it. When we filed taxes. I know
Yeah.
that's the way it happened there. I know
Yeah,
for
so
sure a
there's
fact that's the way that happened. But they just had a show on that and said that that's not the way it is this time. So I don't know. They said there was something wrong with the wording,
I
saying
will
it was
go
an.
with what my brother says.
I don't blame you. I'm just saying what I heard. Okay, they said the way
Well,
they worded it in the
I'm giving
bill.
you the real scoop here.
Okay, well, I'm
Okay,
giving
I'm
you what
giving
I
you the real
know.
scoop.
Jim, give me a
Well,
second.
what you think you know is not correct. I'm giving you
Jim,
the real scoop here.
Jim, shit, really? Don't tell me what I know is not correct, because I don't think either one of us know for actual 100% fact of how it is.
On this one, I do.
Well, either way, can we just agree? Either way, it's bullshit.
Either way, it's bullshit. It's a mere pittance.
Yeah, it is.
I'm hoping what they were saying on our news channel when they were talking about it and said, no, that is not a fact, that it's going to go against your deductions next year. I'm hoping and praying that's the truth, but I don't know if it is or not. And I know the way it was worded, it said that it was worded as an advance on next year's taxes, but they said that's not exactly the way it is. But I don't know. I'm not going to say I know one way or the other, because I'm
that's
not.
why okay, I know this because first of all, my brother is an enrolled IRS agent. He teaches other people all the
But
tax
it's still
codes.
brand new, so he may not know. It's still brand new. He may not know.
Chris, come on.
No, you
He
come
does.
on.
This. No, will you listen to me? I'm telling you
No,
exactly.
don't tell me to fucking listen to you. I can get rid of you like that. I'm sorry.
He's right on this.
It's not.
Okay, he's right on this. He knows it. He does this
Okay.
professionally. He has to know what he's talking about. He does. This is what it is. I
Oh.
drilled him on this the other night when we spoke. This is exactly what it is.
Well, why don't we
like
move
it, but that
past
is.
that?
Yes,
And
let's
So
definitely move
unless
past
Congress
that.
actually addresses this in upcoming legislation, that's how it's going to be.
Be that as it may, it's a bad situation anyway. Either way you slice it, and again, they're stealing from us in broad daylight, but the media, let's not forget, is enabling all this shit to happen too. So
Yes, it is. And we don't know what you can believe from what the media says. So until I see it, I don't believe it, and I will question it. I could be hopeful. I mean, I heard a lot of crazy stories about all of this. And I mean, there was one guy online saying that you had to actually file your 2019 taxes before you got it. That wasn't true. There's so many things that you just don't know till it absolutely happens.
Right.
So I'm not going there. And I'm sorry I had to say bye to Jem Massa and mute him and stuff, but I'm not going to put up with that. I'm sorry. You may think I'm a bitch, but I'm not going to deal with that. I don't have to. So
You're right, Christine. The situation is very fluid. They could change all kinds of things. Everything is in the process of change.
it's in limbo. I like the virus thing. We don't know. It's too new. We don't know what is going to happen. We don't know how bad the sequelae is, or the the effects that happen after you
Of the
get
COVID
it. We
disease.
do know that a
Yes.
lot of people are asymptomatic, and there's probably maybe up to 35% of the population has already got it, and we're asymptomatic. But
Right.
even if you don't have symptoms, it could still have lingering effects on your health, and that's what we don't know, and we have to wait to find out. Um,
There's
I'm
a number of
sorry, TRC. I had to say goodbye to Jim because I'm not going to deal with arguing like that on my channel. Everybody gets a point of view. Everybody, including me, especially me. This is my show, so
Yeah.
sorry.
That's right.
Just the way
And
it
it's
is.
a progressive show. This is nothing like this has ever happened in modern times. The last time something has happened like this is 1919. So, 100 years later, everybody who was alive in 1919 is dead. And we're living an unprecedented situation that's never happened. And so the situation is fluid, and the news is rapidly coming. And Rich Diana just mentioned oil bottom at minus 37.63, still negative at minus $15. So who could have imagined that oil could go to zero?
No, you couldn't
This is
imagine. There's a lot of things you couldn't have imagined are happening right now. So,
if I wrote this in a movie script, wow, some crazy stuff. There's Sandy.
hi, Sandy. Nice to see you, woman. Is the money yours free and clear? Yes, you don't have to pay taxes on any stimulus payment you receive from the IRS. It is also not an advance on your usual tax fund if you get a check now. That's what people that and I've checked multiple sources. That's what they say. People who are way bigger experts than me. So I'm sorry if Jim's brother doesn't believe that, even if he is a tax person. I'm sorry. Maybe he's going off of what happened with the George Bush tax refund that we all got. It, that was that way. But I don't think this one is, and I'm sorry. Don't argue with me. I'm not claiming to know the truth, but you fucking can't tell me you know either. You can't say you're a bigger expert than I am. Um, I'm not an expert, and you're not an expert. Just
Certainty,
deal with
yeah,
it.
yeah,
Sorry,
certainty,
guys, if I pissed you off on that, but I'm sorry. You run a show and freaking deal with people doing that shit to you. Sorry.
yeah. Certainty is out the window. In fact, Jim Kunstler, that was his article. Any kind of certainty, your future, what you thought was going to be your future,
Is not your future anymore.
it's not anymore. It's changed. Your life has changed in what, 3 months? You were a saleswoman,
Yes.
corporate saleswoman, and now you're a professional YouTuber.
I'm not a professional dick right now.
Well, you're right, but YouTuber and horse lady.
Hello, human. Good to see you, human. We at least love the natural
Okay, so
resources that got us where we are today. Coffee, anyone? Yes, coffee. Where's Oz when we need him to talk about coffee?
I want to ask Pat. How are you doing in LA, man? Are you having fun, or you getting out?
I don't get out unless it's necessary. Luckily, I'm here with my wife and our cats, so it's helping her get some music stuff done. And we just did like I said, we turned our closet into a little karaoke room for ourselves.
That's so cool. When are you gonna get that song done for an outro for me?
Well, I'm not sure because I'm starting up. I'm not sure. I'll get back to you on that.
Okay, well, I'm looking forward to it very much.
Yeah, I've been having really bad migraines. That's
Oh no, those suck really bad.
yeah, it's kind of puzzling. I don't know exactly what's causing them, so
You've been having that for quite a while, man.
It started a few months ago, and
Maybe
then
you're smoking some bad,
getting,
man.
eh,
Could be the weed that you're smoking.
yeah, well, I get it right from a grower, so
Oh, okay.
I don't. It's not.
I was
laced
kind of
with
joking
anything,
about that. It could be 1,000.
Yeah, exactly. I don't know.
I noticed this weekend everybody was out at the park. Everybody was, including the geese. So
Oh my gosh, Bluebell.
What?
She says, I don't go anywhere. My husband had radiation therapy and has no immune system. If he catches a cold, he could die. So I am isolating.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I get that. And that's, yeah. Sorry, I didn't mean, but
No.
that means a lot to me, and I understand because it's
Yeah, I
scary.
mean, for all I know, it could be 5G. You know what I mean?
Yeah, 5G
Like,
could be influencing a lot of the health problems that are happening even with this virus. So,
Well, again, that brings up an interesting thing. Before the modern times of radio transmissions, you can't see them, but we are completely inundated with radio waves going everywhere, cellular, TV, FM, AM. We can't see them, but they're there and they're going everywhere. So before modern times, people were not exposed to this kind of radiation. Now, I don't know if that makes any difference to any sort of cellular thing. Could be the cause of Pat's headaches. I hope that's the case, that not that he has headaches, but that, there's some sort of external cause to it. But when our society eventually collapses, all this radiation will go away.
yeah, 100 years ago, it was silent.
Yeah, there wasn't, and we can't see it, but it's there. You
Yep.
got the Wi-Fi in your house, and it's covering your whole house, which is fairly large. It goes out to my garage. Wi-Fi.
Yeah, and not only that. Yeah, I mean the amount of exposure
It's quite a
to
lot.
these things has only increased exponentially, and things like chemicals in your food,
Okay,
more and more chemicals in all the food. So
you got
it's
microwaves going.
no wonder everybody knows somebody who has cancer.
Right now, I don't know if this causes it, but I do know that there's quite a lot of it. And as I said, the microwave ovens are fairly sealed, but there is microwave radiation, Wi-Fi, cellular. Everybody has got cellular, and everybody's jacking on their phones and texting.
that's
We know
got to
the
be bad for
long-term
your brain.
consequence. Yeah, I was about to say.
I don't know if it is, but it's there. It's there.
Yeah, we don't even know. We didn't study the effects that any of these items even individually could have on our systems for
there could
in
be
any meaningful way.
Some people
until it was too late.
Yeah, there could be some people who are more sensitive, like yourself. You could be sensitive to the radiation, and that's what's giving your migraine headaches.
Could be. Don't know.
Do you want to bring some comments into it, guys?
Okay, you go first, Christine.
Because ours is 60 hertz, and I think that's hertz.
Yeah.
Means hum pulsing you every day. That's probably the 5G.
Talking about electricity.
Well, there's all kinds of crap. Chris Foster just do odd jobs, stop clocking in years back.
And that's not also excuse me. That's also not mentioning solar radiation, UV radiation, cosmic radiation. I mean, we're inundated with tons of radiation. It's kind of unbelievable that we aren't spouting cancers everywhere. I know Christine just had some skin cancer treatment. That's from solar radiation.
Yeah. But the point is we are, because everybody everybody here knows somebody who's had cancer. I guarantee. So, I mean,
yeah.
And that's not even mentioning the pollution.
Most of my family has had cancer. I mean, like, I'm talking about at least 50% of them have had some variety of cancer, usually skin cancer. So I've had biopsies done a few times. Luckily, I haven't had like serious. I've had it on my, the kind you just burn off. No big deal. It's a surface. But my family has died from skin cancer. That was like the number one reason for deaths in my family was skin cancer. So I'm pretty damn lucky, I think.
Malcolm Marzo says stay 4 feet away from a microwave oven. If you have a good meter, you will see this. So that's what I was saying.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
We're talking about social distancing. These are notorious social distancing breakers. He must have seen my post, whereas Pawnee the horse kept trying to come into our barn.
Yeah.
It was
You
cute.
knew where the party was.
Oh yeah, he knows, and he knows where the treats are too. More
Mm.
importantly,
Animals always knew.
they always do know. As they say, 4 feet away from microwave. My nervous system is breaking down far faster than I ever hoped for. Vanessa, yeah, my nervous system. I mean, God, my nerves are like at their end. So
Really?
yeah, I'm constantly. Oh, I had anxiety anyway, and now it's just through the roof. It's crazy. I don't know how to deal with it really. And then
You've
you're
been
sorry. Go ahead.
you've been on lockdown for how long, Christine? At your home, the ranch?
Since the 17th of March. How long is that?
Okay, so that's over a month.
Over a month. Yeah.
Yeah,
If
that's
anybody's never seen, sorry to
No.
butt in there. I think I just butted in. Has anybody ever seen the original Planet of the Apes?
yes.
And if not, you should watch it.
Yes.
Written by Rod Serling.
Of course.
And all I can I feel more and more like Charlton Heston's character in that it's a madhouse. If anybody has not seen that movie, you absolutely, that's a must watch. And the other favorite part of that movie is when the one astronaut plants the American flag, on the planet, and
Right.
Heston just is like,
Yeah.
like, I mean, it's funny how it's still, it just kind of certain elements get more and more true. They're never change really, and thank
And
God.
now you have the time to watch Planet of the Apes.
Yeah, and thank God for Rod Serling to
Thank God for
people like that who pointed, Rod Serling, George Carlin, Mark Twain, the really great questioning thinkers of our species. Sorry, I don't know why that all popped into my head, but I was just.
Because
Well,
they assist you.
It's like you're living in some sort of
alternate reality, right?
yeah.
Then you woke up one day and the reality is totally different and totally alien.
Right. And now
you're afraid to get near people. Somebody comes near you, you're like, stop.
Yeah.
It's, and things, I mean, we've talked.
And we're Pat, where you used to like brush by somebody by accident. Well, now you go, oh my God, did I just get the virus?
Right.
Just crazy ass stuff like that.
Yeah. Anyway, I mean that, and we can't be expecting any answers from our leadership
Leaders, what fucking leaders?
You just kind of have to hope that one of the really smart people, they manage to break through all this idiocy that we're seeing, and just the incompetence and the theft.
Yeah, I mean, okay, regardless what you feel about the virus, if you think it's real or, I mean, of course it's real, but if you think it's overblown or what have you, regardless of what you think of that, the elite are going to use this tragedy to take as much as they can from the working people and to shove us down. And that was the original thought of this whole topic today, was that the elite are using this to crush us. And we can either crush them back and say, fuck you, we're not going back to our slave labor jobs and you can just deal with it, or pay us hazard pay, pay us sick pay, whatever. We're not going to do your menial jobs and risk our lives. But at the same time, then I go back and think, oh, fuck, well, maybe they're just trying to put dinner on their fucking table. And I can understand that too and have total empathy. But that's exactly why the elites did not bail out the people. That's exactly why they did not, because then they have us over a barrel and you have to go back to work to put a meal on your fucking table. That's what you have to do. And it's bull crap. We should be doing what the fast food workers were doing, where they were stopping business by driving their cars in and stopping the business from the fast food places or whatever you can do safely.
Yeah. Well, that's the point. Steve Mnuchin can go on TV in front of the whole country and tell them to be grateful for the $1,200.
Because
And
it'll last 10 weeks.
so when you've reached a point like that, where they're so emboldened, where like it's lying is literally just it's so far. Public discourse or public civil disobedience is the only option because there's no way to face them. They don't represent you clearly at all. So that's the only method left to you, is civil disobedience because voting doesn't do shit, obviously. And
obviously not when it's all rigged.
What are you going to do now in the middle of this? I don't know.
Well, I go back to my suggestion before all this, the internet criminal court thing of the people. Also notice, Pat, you're wearing a Grim Reaper t-shirt. I kind of like that.
How appropriate.
Yeah. Yeah.
If you wanted to point at the elites, in an organized way is to do it on the internet and have a kind of a mock trial. Who you hold responsible? What some people are holding Bill Gates responsible. Yeah. Present evidence, whatever.
Okay, well, my idea is they wanted this to happen. They may have overblown it because there was so low unemployment that they had to start paying people more and more and more to get the good employees. Maybe they did this on purpose, overblown it on purpose. Not saying that, God, those hospital workers like overworking themselves and, all that. Not saying that's not a thing and not happening, but they probably made it worse and didn't do the testing they could have done, isolated it right off the bat and everything, just because they could get people out of jobs so that suddenly there's this big workforce to choose from and they can pay less to get what the employees they want, the slaves they want. That's just my crazy, I'm crazy, I know.
Well, I don't think they planned this. I think they're just taking full advantage of it.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying they're taking advantage of it. But, they could, I don't know how far back they were planning to take advantage of it. Like, they could have done more to stop it, but maybe they didn't want to. I don't know.
Well, they're just going to do what they're going to do. That's what they're going to do. And they're more and more emboldened to do it every day because, like I said, Steve Mnuchin, by all rights, should be in jail, or at least, there's no way he should ever be employed.
Thank Kamala Harris.
The government. Yes, exactly. But, in any other, anybody else, they'd be in jail, you know what I mean? But it's, and the elephant in the room is that a lot of people are just really fucking stupid and are going to believe anything
everything the major media, the corporate media tells them.
And that's an unfortunate fact that a lot of people are just fucking dumb.
Yeah. Unfortunately, people don't question enough. Luckily, the audience here questions a lot, and I love that. And that's why you don't have to agree with everything, because I don't think there's anything you can count on in this society right now. We don't know. We're living in a fucking matrix. We don't know because we've been lied to every which way from Sunday. We don't know what the truth is. We found out how much our corporate overlords, the elites, have fucking lied to us, and we know that we're not being told the truth. So that leaves open a big, giant question mark. Right. And so there's nothing wrong with questioning everything. So don't tell me you know, because you don't know. Hi, Gene.
This contemplative pragmatist, he want no talk about the oil prices yet. Holy moly, what a ride.
No, that's crazy. Okay, we need to let Whitney talk because she hasn't got a word in edgewise.
Well, I'm just listening to you guys and good conversations. Just the comments, they want to talk about the oil prices dropping
Yeah, that's
and
crazy.
historic lows. So this is the first time in history. There's like an oversupply because these countries that are producing oil, they can't sell it. No one's driving, limited driving, I should say. So there's and there's an issue where they keep drilling even though there's not a demand.
I know,
It's
and I really meant to read an email I got from some Utah politician. You know how we've had so many earthquakes in Utah? We've had like that
amazing.
that big one, and then there was like something like
There's like a
1,200 aftershocks since then. It's freaking crazy, and there was a big propaganda on TV. It's not the fracking. It's not the fracking. And now I meant to read that before I came on, but I didn't have time because family and shit. So I didn't have time to read it. But I'm going to read it, and I'm going to find out if maybe perhaps it is the fracking causing all the earthquakes in Utah. Who knows?
Sounds about right to me.
Sounds about right to me too, because there's a lot of freaking fracking in Utah.
They already proved that.
Look at me not using the F word very bad. Good for me. Not that it matters. I should swear more because then you don't have to watch the commercials if I cuss. So I should do that. Drink the oil, eat the rich, says Oz. Roar Media. You guys gotta check out Roar Media and Uphill Media. Oz is running. He's like on the board of Uphill Media now, and he's doing a whole bunch of shows, including Daily Dive, which I was on twice last week. So
that's competing against Morning Joe on MSNBC, right?
oh well, that sucks. But oh well, who watches that?
Right.
Contemplative practices.
What I
It's
was
all
getting at.
happening much faster than expected. A huge Ponzi scheme. Yeah, absolutely.
What do you
Yeah,
guys think about some of these beaches being reopened?
I think whatever. You know what? If you're stupid enough to do it, and this is honestly where I've come now. If you're fucking stupid and you're okay, and maybe you're young and healthy and you're not worried about it, whatever. Do whatever the fuck you want. Just don't make me go to work. Don't make me go to work with my autoimmune disorder and get paid like little tiny wages, which I don't get paid minor wages. I get paid pretty good. My company takes very good care of me. But don't make me go to work for the man to increase your bottom line and risk my life because my life is at risk. It may be 1 in 100 chance that I even get the virus, and then another 0.16% that I die from it. Whatever. I don't care. I shouldn't have to take those risks, period, if I don't want to. But you're free. If you are healthy and you think that you can do it. Whatever. I don't care. But just reserve my right to stay out of it if I want to and self-isolate like I'm doing right now, which I'm very happy that I got. Now I have short-term disability now. At least till the 4th of May. So it's like I'm taking it day by day. It's like, okay, I have short-term disability. I'm good till the 4th of May. So I'm home and getting paid till then. I'm very happy. So.
Yeah, but the way the situation is, if all the women go to the beaches and start wearing bikinis, it'll draw more guys down there looking at women wearing bikinis.
That's okay. But
they won't respect the 6-foot direction, and people will be violating social distancing because they haven't seen a bikini in 2 months.
Oh my god, people are.
Oh, that's fun conversation. I know. Let's see. I know earthquakes are caused by fracking. I absolutely understand that. But you should have seen the propaganda on the news. It's like, no, there's no fracking that could have caused these earthquakes. Blah 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 blah. They did a news story. No one was asking that question, but they did a news story on it. They're saying no. Just in case you're wondering, it wasn't caused by fracking.
Well, those people aren't. They're not reporters. They're just there to repeat.
Propaganda.
Talking points. I mean, a reporter is somebody like Jordan Chariton who goes to Standing Rock, yells
and
at
Flint and all that. Yes.
And Flint, yeah. I mean, or people who actually go out and talk to people.
Right. If you haven't seen my interview with Jordan Sheridan, please look it up. It's in my videos. FYI.
I hope he's doing okay. I know he
I
tested
know he
positive.
was tested positive. Yeah.
Wow.
I hope he is okay. He's young and somewhat. Well, no, he does have that. I know he had to use that. What do you call those? Breathing things when they
Inhaler?
sleep.
An
No,
inhaler?
the ones when they sleep. What do they call those things?
A sleep apnea thing?
Yeah, the sleep apnea thing. A CPAP.
Yeah, that's it.
He had to. I know he was on that, so he may have issues. So, God, I hope he's okay. I haven't seen an update.
Yeah. That kid's
You
got
know,
balls.
It just occurred to me, if you were really into sci-fi and stuff like that, you'd be having a heck of a time right now. You'd be
Well,
like,
it is, by the way, Val, I wanted to let you know there's you should watch a show called Devs if you haven't seen it. It's just a short, like 6-episode or 8-episode show, but I think you would enjoy. It's about artificial intelligence in a sense.
oh yeah, that's on Netflix. And don't forget to add, Pat, Tiger King for those who got caught up in the Tiger King mania.
Good to know. Good to know. Dee Dee says my boyfriend talks to Jordan and he was okay last I heard. Good.
Oh, good.
All right.
Yeah, I don't know, that Tiger King, man.
That's crazy.
I can only celebrate really awful people for so long. You know what I mean? Like they're just terrible people all the way around.
Yeah, that was hard to watch. It was hard to watch for me. What is wrong with you people? What is wrong with you people?
Yeah, it's
breeding animals for captivity like that. I think is so wrong. I think that's just wrong and evil. And then that one guy that took the zoo from Joe Exotic or whatever, he was a even bigger asshole. He would raise the babies, and then when they were too little to do these little shows with the cubs, he would gas chamber them. That is fucking ridiculous. Did you miss that part? How did you miss that part? That was
missed that part.
That pissed me off.
Everybody's kind of casting it in this sort of whimsical or funny light, but to me, it was just fucking pathetic.
Retarded. Yeah. It was ridiculous. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. People with a mental disability, I do not even want to classify with that type of person. All those people, all of them, even the one who supposedly had to rescue that lady. Oh my God. I don't know, she rubbed me the wrong way. I don't know if her heart, I don't feel like her heart was in the right place either. But that was, no, Tiger King. Why did we get into freaking Tiger King?
Animal rights? I don't know.
Animal rights.
I just, everybody was talking about it, and I'm like, okay, I'll check it out. It's not really my cup of tea, but
you thought it was my cup
I
of
haven't
tea.
seen it.
Well, because of the animals.
Well, I love the animals, but damn.
I only watched like 2 episodes, and I'm like,
yeah.
But
is it like a reality show?
Kind of. It's a documentary, a docu-reality.
I've heard a little bit. I know it was kind of. It sounds crazy. I read a review, and spoiler alert, like an alligator explodes.
I didn't see an alligator explode.
It seemed wild, and who knows?
It was really disturbing in so many ways. So disturbing.
Why it's popular, then. Interesting.
I just thought it was disturbing. A lot disturbing for me, but that's just me.
The animal rights issue, right? That's probably
I mean, I'm not for breeding animals for captivity. I mean, I can't
believe he gets away with gassing. Did he get away with it? Sorry, all right. I don't know.
Baby tigers.
They're supposed to do an update on it. I don't know, but so far that
guy's like a Jim Jones, man. He's like married to 20 different women or whatever. I mean, he's like a cult leader. The dude who gas chambered killed
Jeff Lowe.
Yeah, and then
is that his name?
Jeff Lowe.
Joe Exotic was also kind of a culty leader, and he was married to 2 guys, and that was
the Tiger King guy. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh my God! If you haven't seen it, I guess it's an experience to see it, but I couldn't turn it off. It's like a bad car wreck. You can turn away, but it's not something I want to watch again. And not. I don't know.
And all we're trying to do is try to escape from this constant, relentless reality of COVID.
Not
Yeah,
just
that
COVID.
that show absolutely benefited from timing.
Yes,
100%.
There you go,
absolutely. It
yeah.
would have never been a thing if it
I
weren't
agree.
for
Well, it
for
might have, but
COVID.
it's certainly like it was just
If
like
we-
the right place at the right time
Yeah.
for
It wouldn't have
ratings.
exploded as much as it did. It might have been like a cult classic or something, but it wouldn't have been as big as it is as quickly if it weren't for people sitting at home bored looking for something to watch. I don't think. And then, of course, the media put it out there because why not distract from what's really going on
Yeah, and you have the oh
um,
my god,
with the
yeah.
environment and
Didn't some reporter even ask Trump about that at like one of the
I
Yeah.
want to say yes.
yeah, you have one question to ask the president during a news conference. You ask him about Tiger King. Are you
Yeah,
freaking kidding me? Are you gonna pardon Joe Exotic? That was the question. Are you gonna pardon Joe Exotic because he got 79 years in prison or something?
They're not worried about Julian Assange. They're worried about
Yeah,
free Joe.
Yeah, exactly.
you have that one question to ask President Trump. That's what you fucking ask him? Oh my
Yeah.
god!
Not like you get an answer from him of any
I
value
know.
anyway, but I mean, they should be. I mean, a couple of reporters have legitimately pressed him on things recently, but you know, it's never going to happen writ large. So you know, like I said, just hope that the really smart people somehow can get their voices out there and people pay attention and people don't. You know, I don't know, man. It's tense.
Okay,
It's
I
tense.
got one. I got to know what this is about. Yes, it is 10. Rich Diana just asked me if I charge Dad for my therapy. Is that like really like? Is there something out there? What does that question mean? That kind of seems like a slam. So I don't know. Is it?
I didn't understand it.
It says, Chris, did you charge Dad for your therapy? I don't know what that means. Is that like I need therapy like seriously bad or I don't know. Rich
It's a riddle.
Diana, explain.
This is therapy.
This is my therapy. I didn't charge my dad for it. This is my blood, sweat, and tears right here. You're looking at my therapy, and my dad has nothing to do with it. I don't even talk to my dad. So, oh, the other okay. Which Chris are you? There's another Chris. Okay, so it must be Foster. I didn't know what happened to Chris Foster. Chris Foster's awesome. I don't know. Is there another Chris here? There could be another Chris. I did a whole speech in college about how there's so many Chris's. You know, someone calls the name Chris and it's like a tidal wave of heads turning. It's like, you're talking to me? Because there's so many people named Chris. So, yeah. Okay, Chris. Hopefully you're okay. Hopefully you're on therapy. Anyway. That's funny. Okay, I just got a little insecure there just for a second. I'm okay now. I'm good.
Well, Val mentioned science fiction, and it's something. Life is just so strange in general, but I mean, then all this happens, and it just keeps getting weirder every day.
Yes.
So, and who said, somebody mentioned. Well, at any rate, I was thinking, you know, about simulation theory. I don't know if you guys have heard about that. And there's like some math now that sort of
that's a good point. Maybe in this simulation they threw in the virus to see what we would do.
Well,
Right.
viruses are so weird, you know. Yeah, it is interesting, the simulation theory.
I love those crazy out there philosophical thoughts. I just do.
Well, I mean, I was thinking either way, whatever we are as a species, it's clearly coming to an end.
Pat, have you ever played Civilization or SimCity?
The Sims. But you're talking to him. Sorry, go ahead.
You could throw in tornadoes and stuff, you know, and make the little.
City.
Oh, sure. Yeah, there's a guy who has a whole channel where he just he puts these Sims in situations where they just get killed and like,
Right.
or like, makes 1,000 Sims all share one bathroom and shit like that. You know what I mean? It's kind of juvenile, but it's kind of funny. You know, I mean, it's
But yeah.
but they have world building games, and he does stuff like that too. He simulates like disasters and things like that.
Yeah.
So, and it isn't, and you know, when you were a kid, that was sort of the stuff of more science fiction. But now, you know, even playing a game like The Sims, it sort of opens your mind to just, well, yeah, I suppose it could be, you know, I mean, think about how much exponentially, like when I was a kid, we thought Pac-Man was pretty fucking cool, right? Now it's, you know, you have virtual reality and all that stuff. So it seems it's a little more, your brain, you can wrap your brain around it, that concept
As
of that
being a
possibility a little more. And and that's another reason you should watch that show, Devs, because it kind of touches on a lot of those concepts. It was actually very well done. I think you would enjoy it. I would recommend it to anybody, actually. It's a little slow moving, which I like because it reminds me of stuff when you know, older stuff where they didn't have to throw shit at you every 5 seconds. You know what I mean?
Right.
You have to sit back and think about it a little bit and absorb it. And
I will also say this. Before, I would like to call it pre-virus. Our lives, our world before the virus, pre-virus. And we were all expecting climatic changes, which are still coming. That hasn't changed one bit.
Right.
We were all expecting to go into a civilization collapse. Nobody expected a virus, but it should have been expected. You know, I wasn't thinking virus. You know, but it was one of the more likely possibilities was a pandemic, and they should have put more money into it, in my humble opinion, in investing in the science of the situation. And I don't think that anybody can come up with another virus that's as completely both lethal and infectious at the same time. You know, mankind went along just fine with smallpox, typhus, many polio, many viruses. We coexisted, and here we are, 2020, the most advanced civilization, advanced technology, and this virus comes along, and you know, it's kicked our ass. Everybody's hiding in their homes across the world.
It's not as deadly as the plague or anything.
This is the first time around, Christine.
Yeah, but people are so scared shitless now. And, you know, viruses used to actually reduce our population. They really don't anymore. They're not effective at reducing human population. We're too effective at fighting it. That's horrible to say, but humans are overpopulated, and I don't want to die. I don't want my family to die. I don't want anyone to fucking die of a horrible disease. And I've said this over and over. I just, please fucking stop having babies. This is inevitable. This a pandemic was inevitable.
Right.
It's surprising that it hasn't happened before now.
Well, we did have a couple run-ups to it.
Yeah.
But they failed. So nature come up with a you know, if this was a level if this virus was in the lab and not loose, it would be a level 4 virus. That's the lab security where they're wearing the spacesuits. It's that dangerous. They said it was a level 4 virus.
Okay, Human wants to mention Roger Waters spoke on YouTube today. Not familiar, but I guess he's a songwriter.
I think it's Pink Floyd.
Oh, Pink Floyd, one of my least favorite bands on the planet. It's like I can't stand Pink Floyd. I'm sorry, Human.
I could be wrong. It may not be Pink Floyd.
I know. If it is Pink Floyd, I'm very sorry.
It's Pink Floyd.
Yes.
I never understood the Pink Floyd thing. I've had friends in high school that were like, "Listen to this. This Pink Floyd is so jamming," and I'm like, "What the fuck is wrong with you? This music sucks." I never
Are you
got
kidding
Pink
me?
Floyd.
You gotta listen to "Comfortably Numb." It has two of the most amazing guitar solos in it that
Okay,
you'll
I
ever.
listened to one record. I don't remember what it was,
No, yeah,
and it
yeah.
was back
I
in
think
the
you're
'80s. And I'm like, this sucks so bad. It sucks so
not everything
bad.
they did was great, but but there's some really good stuff.
Okay,
There,
all right. You email me their best song, and I'll tell you.
sure.
But I love old rock, and outlaw country. That's it. Everything
Like
else,
Waylon Jennings and Merle Haggard and shit like
oh,
that.
definitely, yeah. Outlaw
That's good
country.
stuff.
Johnny Cash.
Like
Um,
Buck Owens.
Buck Owens. I love Buck Owens. Yeah,
Hee-haw.
I love T-Haw. I watched T-Haw growing up. Yeah, yeah. I love that stuff.
Nice.
I'm crazy. With Jimmy's expression of reality, and he sees reality more clearly than most people. Thank you, Gene. Me and Gene. Seriously. Grateful Heretic. The Great Gig in the Sky is the best Pink Floyd song, and it's got no words. Really?
Oh yeah, yeah. The vocalist in that is yeah, it's pretty. There's actually, you can go on YouTube and I think they did it like they've done a couple interviews with the lady who did that. If you don't know what I'm talking about, if you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. But if not,
If not, you don't like me. CB
I
says
don't think I
country
know. I don't
sucks.
think I know what I'm talking about.
Country
Right now.
sucks now. The country they have now sucks so royally bad. It's horrible. But I'm sorry, old outlaw country is the best. I'm talking outlaw country, and maybe a little Hank Senior. I'm okay with that. I know people think that's
Hank Williams.
Shania
Hank
Twain.
Williams Senior. I used to like Shania Twain, not so much anymore. I'm more like, Vince Gill and Waylon Jennings, and yeah, Marty. So Marty Robbins is pretty damn good. The Johnny Cash, Merle Haggard, the old stuff, not the latest stuff. Merle Haggard did sucks. He went so right wing, bullshitty piece of crap. That's where kind of all the country music went today. It's like all right wing. It's all about God and country and false patriotism and bullshit and whatever.
And Maytag washers.
Yeah,
There's like a country song that has a line in it about like just putting product placement right in your song, huh? All right.
yeah. That's not obvious or not.
Yeah, it's that phony ass Patriots. I remember when I was in boot camp, they made us. They would play that song. Proud to be an American. Yeah, they did. They fucking made us like sing it. And I
That's
was like,
false patriotism. Patriotism. That's right. And I'm proud to be American. Yeah, that's shit. That's
yeah,
so
that was
false.
probably the
That's
worst.
the
That
stuff
was
I
probably
hate
the
it.
worst. That was probably the worst moment of boot camp.
Yeah,
Actually,
the real
all the other shit
patriotism.
we went through, having to sing that stupid Lee Greenwood song was the
Yeah,
fucking worst part.
Willie Nelson and his "What Happened to Peace on Earth." That's true patriotism. His song. That's great patriotism.
Yeah, patriotism is questioning the powers that be.
Yes,
Yeah.
exactly. And that's why Willie Nelson and "What Happened to Peace on Earth" and why are we fucking causing wars and shit. That was true patriotism. That's the kind of shit I like. So Human wanted me to read his comments above. He said, "COVID legacy pledge for boomers and beyond. Google it. As a pledge for seniors, refuse ventilator and stay home and die to save resources for the next generation."
Yeah.
Well, if people want to do that, I'm for human rights. And you know what? Those people, the boomers, they've lived freaking long ass lives, and that's more than any of us right here can expect. So, you know what? I don't
They
know.
got the benefits of the mid-century economic boom, right?
Yeah, they also,
Yeah.
yeah, they had a great economy. They had a great life. They had great income. You know, education was a breeze. Medicine was like no problem. They had little small town doctors would come to your house, and it didn't cost a freaking fortune. And now you go to a hospital and you can't afford to go to a regular doctor,
And
so you go to the emergency room and it's thousands of dollars later for freaking flu or whatever, you know. The voice of God.
And let's not forget the tax rate for the upper people in those days was
Oh, yeah.
much.
Yeah, so the upper level income earners were paying the majority of the taxes. Now it's the working man, and the Social Security they're trying to cut, so the people our age won't get it anyway, even if we happen to survive that long, which is not looking really good right now. I think we just passed 2C. I was going to ask Jim Massa about the ice, but he kind of decided to be a jerk. So, I'm sorry. Okay, if you're pissed at me for doing that, I'm sorry. I can't deal with that. I'm not going to deal with it. Don't. This is not supposed to be an argument. You can't claim to have facts you don't actually have. Just because your brother is this and whatever. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Okay, I'm sure everyone's
Shake it off.
pissed at me.
Shake it off.
We have a new person, Spike Callisides. I really screwed up your name. Callisides? Hello, thanks for coming.
Spike.
Spike. Didn't I say Spike? Spike Callis? It's Callis. It's a second name that I can't pronounce. Spike I can pronounce. Hello, Spike. We'll just call you Spike. That works. Is this a family show? Not really. We swear a lot. So, if you have kids, you might want to take them away from earshot. You know, close the door. Unless you're okay with them hearing swearing. I mean, my kids, I didn't keep that from them. Grumpy Troll, I have several cures. I'm not going to hospital or letting anyone else I know go. Yeah, it's probably not a good idea to go to hospital right now.
I saw an article. They were talking about that hospital admissions for non-COVID are way down.
Yeah, they are, Bill, because who wants to go? Who wants to
Nobody
go?
wants to go. So people are having heart attacks and going, well, that's a bit of an indigestion. You know.
I'm fine. I'm fine.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Definitely, you know, I keep going by my local hospital and there's nothing going on there.
Yeah, that's because all the regular patients aren't coming, and they canceled all elective surgeries, so you don't have that traffic.
Right.
But
right.
I wouldn't want to go anyway for elective surgery right now. I wouldn't. I don't know if you guys feel it, but I would honestly as far the hell away from there as possible.
Yeah, Pat, is Pat still there?
Yeah, there's coffee.
Yeah,
Did you talk to Oz about Joey's coffee?
No.
You've got to.
Not yet. I know. Yeah.
Joey's coffee is amazing. I gave it to some to my daughter, and she's like, "Oh my god, this is so good."
I'm just about out of coffee, so I'm going to have to ring Oz up.
Oh yeah, absolutely. Hey, Jelly Love.
2 more boxes left, and we're out.
Okay, 99% of boomers are not 1%ers. Congress, corporations are to blame. Punch the 1%. Yeah, I agree there. I mean, the boomers aren't necessarily to blame. I mean, that's just how life worked out for them, and they were pretty fucking lucky. So, I don't know, but yeah, punch up, don't punch down. So yeah.
Well, they're right, and that's the only way anything would change is if people really got up off their asses or just get fed up to the point where they do something about it. Because Nancy Pelosi goes on the James Corden show and shows off her luxury ice cream freezer.
I know, like chock full of $13 a pint ice cream.
Right.
That's so ridiculous. Yeah, thank you, you elitist piece of shit.
You know, you'd have more respect for them if he just came on and was like, "Hey, look, we're just taking all your shit."
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then at least you'd be like, well, at least they're honest, you know?
Yeah. I totally agree with you, man. Look, that's their, in my humble opinion, a politician's job qualification is to be a professional liar.
Oh, absolutely. I agree. 100%.
They went to school for it. It's called law school.
Yeah, you don't have to have any sort of training to run for office and be in charge of shit.
I kind of wanted to go to law school
but
so I could protect the little guy. I wanted to be in.
That's what I was thinking. You've got so much charisma. You would have been perfect.
I actually got straight A's in my law classes I took in business school. I always got A's. And the reason why is because when we took our tests, um, the finals and all that, you were able to argue your answers because law isn't definite. You have to argue, how it fits into the law. And I always argued my way to 100% on my tests. So
I
I
believe it.
was really good. I was really good in law, business law. Um, I was really good. I was just really good.
Said you were a natural.
I was
He's
definitely very
unnatural.
natural. If I had the money to go to law school, I would have done that. But fuck, I didn't have the money. I barely made it through a.
You don't want to be a professional liar, too. You're too
No,
honest.
because I would have been like the attorney that ended up
Yeah.
taking my case pro bono.
Yeah.
They're just human rights activists, lawyers, and that's what I would have been, something like that.
You're a crusader. Like in your heart, you're a crusader.
I am. I just wish I
You
had
are.
had that ability. I really do. I still love the attorney that took over my case. He was so awesome. And he was a war veteran. And he told me, as a war veteran who had PTSD, he said, I can tell you have PTSD from what happened to you.
Oh,
When I would explain, I would freak out. And he was like, yeah, you had PTSD. You definitely have PTSD. As someone who has it, you have it.
wow.
That was my Cargill situation. Um, but I
You had a car wreck, Chris?
no Cargill. Cargill.
Cargill?
It was an employer
Yeah.
situation.
Oh.
An unjustified. I'll say that.
Yes, it was a very unjustified situation.
Yeah.
But I'm not allowed to speak details about our resolution. But I could talk about everything up until the resolution. I made sure that was in the contract.
Isn't it amazing how life changes in such a short amount of time?
How it is.
Yeah.
You were a corporate. I wasn't going to use the other word. A corporate
Chill.
shill. That's a better word. You know, and you're and now you're free of that. And we're
Momentarily. I'm on leave from doing that corporate slavery job thing.
Guys, I gotta head out.
Okay,
okay.
yeah, it's
Thank
about
you.
Yeah, I
time
got.
we're done. Anyway,
Yeah.
thank you,
Yeah.
Whitney.
Thank
Have
you
a
for
good
having
night. We'll
me.
see you Wednesday.
See you Wednesday. Thanks, guys. See you soon.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
So you going to do your comments?
Yeah. Um, I don't know why Spike's saying Thomas
Hey,
the
you
Tank
said,
Engine.
oh, thank you, Spike. That's a good idea. I can go and buy some Legos online and
Baby Einstein,
make a
trains,
Lego.
Legos.
Why don't you make
Okay.
a Lego horse?
Sure, the Carnation Revolution expelled Jesuit. What is with the Jesuits? Or fascism from a virtually all Catholic country with a peaceful military coup. Shit, I hate it when it jumps in like that. And military tribunals for fascists who deserved that. It was bloodless. What is it? I'm sorry. I wish I knew more about the Jesuit thing because I have no fucking clue what you're talking about.
Well, Jesuits.
You and William Martyr, same thing. Jesuits. I don't know what you're talking about. Uh,
Yeah,
Julie says you can get your degree online now. Yeah, I tried that. I also took criminal law online, which I did really well until my computer went, and then I couldn't finish the courses, so that sucked. And now I'm still paying for those bills. So yeah, I'm done. I'm done. I had straight A's in criminal law. Um,
do
uh,
you ride horses every day?
Not every day. No, I haven't actually. I was almost a year since I rode horses. Until this weekend. I mean, okay, no, that's not true. I've been on maybe once every 3 months, just bareback in the backyard. I'm not serious about it. My horses are my friends. I don't need to ride them. I just like spending time with them. You see what we do. We bring them out with us and they hang out with us by the fire or whatever. Or, I don't know. We'll brush them and give them treats. And sometimes I'll jump on them and I don't know.
Play
We hang
poker.
out. Yeah, just play poker. They'll
Well,
stick their head in the barn and say hey.
but you spend a lot of time. it makes a difference to go outside. And by the way, this time of year here where I am, it's very beautiful. They have these dogwood trees that bloom, and the weather's perfect.
Yeah.
And so I go out. If I didn't have the motorcycle, I wouldn't go out every day. Every day, and it's kind of liberating.
It is. I'm solar powered. I keep telling everybody I'm solar powered. When the sun's out, I need to get out there because that's what energizes me.
Well,
So,
Hey,
just walking out my back door, I can just feel the difference from being inside all night,
but when
all
it's
day.
hey, Va-
gray and cloudy and cold, I can't do it. I can't. I
hey,
can't.
Val, do you have a camera on your bike?
Yes, I do.
Why don't you post some videos of that stuff, man?
Well, I'm going to. I've got a few. I did a video at the park the other day, and I went to the cemetery, which was pretty awesome. It's an awesome place, very beautiful with the trees.
Uh-huh.
Yeah, I'm going to do some wild ass shit.
Yeah, man. I mean, yeah, people post videos of all sorts of stuff like that. I think that would be a cool thing to see your daily little journeys around your.
You know, there's no traffic out there. Traffic's way down.
Right, especially now. Right.
And it's so, you know, a motorcycle is 28 times you're more likely to be killed and become a organ donor
Yeah.
on a motorcycle. But right now, there's no traffic out there, so it's pretty awesome.
Nice.
You know,
Anthony Davis joined us, by the way.
Yeah.
where is he?
He's in the chat.
Okay, howdy.
Any clammy days, yuck. I know. I just love the sun, and it's dry here, so you don't get a lot of clammy days. We have a couple of humid days here, but mostly when the sun's out, it's so wonderful. It's amazing. Okay, let's get through some of these comments because we are over an hour, and I have to not keep my husband up because I tend to start talking loud, and then I keep my husband up, and he needs to get up at 2:30 in the morning now because his schedule changed from 5 days a week to 4 days a week, so his days are longer.
Yikes.
Yeah, it sucks. Let's see. Luckily, I'm not solar powered, says Chris Foster. Yeah, because you're a night owl. I don't know how you do that. I have a hard time sleeping once the sun comes up. Utah is hot and dry. Well, not always hot and dry. It can be very cold, but usually it's dry. Let's
It's been
see.
cold here. It's been
Really?
getting cold here. We've had a lot of rain
What
too.
do you call cold, man?
Yeah, 50-ish, which is unusual for here, like at night. Yeah, I don't know.
You know what I like?
I mean, your internal, I've lived here. So, I mean, I grew up in the Pacific Northwest. So, but then I moved to Maryland, where it was really like 4 distinct seasons.
Yeah.
You'd go through sweltering summers, like where the air was so hot it was like being in a sauna, and then the springs were beautiful, the falls were gorgeous, but then the winters were very, very harsh too. So it was like, you have snow. So I've lived in different kind of conditions, but once you live in a certain zone for a while, you become acclimated to that. So, I'm sure you laugh when I say 50 is cold, but I'm just saying relatively.
Okay, relatively cold. I get that. By the way, Jay Ackert showed up. Jay, thank you so much for your kind donation to the channel. It means so much to me, especially right now. Well, I'll be living off of 75% of my previous income for a little while. At least I got that. So, but thank you so much. You are very great, and I will text you soon. So, thanks for coming in. Read my Nexus bike. What does Spike say? CSX wheeling and Lake Erie train engines.
Yeah, CSX is a train
Spike
line.
loves winter. Bloody chilly here, says Chris. Grateful are they hanging out at the grocery store?
Wow.
That would suck. I'm so glad I haven't been to a grocery store in probably 5 years.
Really? Wow.
Honestly, I don't go to the grocery store.
Wow.
I refuse. Whose comment am I missing?
Gene?
I don't know.
Oh,
Luckily,
yours.
I'm not solar power. Yeah, I already read that one from Chris, who's the night owl. He's moon powered. I guess you're moon powered, right, Chris? Always up in the middle of the night. I must repair my recumbent trike this month, says Vanessa. That sounds like fun. Okay, read a couple of comments, guys. Let's finish
Okay.
our washing dishes. Nice,
Spike
Anthony.
Clothing loves winter. Good, great. Awesome.
I
We're winter's going away.
Yeah, winter's going away, so I'm sorry for you. But it's gonna get too hot really soon. So,
Yeah, too hot. So if you
even though I love summer,
Gonna be permanent summer.
everything's normal where Grumpy Troll lives. Kind of normal, no cases in his county. That's nice. We have a lot of cases in our, I mean, not a lot, I guess, but it's a really low population county where I live. And last I saw, we had like 30 something cases.
do you ever get out in the car, Christine, and drive around with your husband? Go any place?
Lately, I haven't been anywhere since the doctors. I went like a few weeks ago, and other than that, I haven't left my house.
I used to get food out every day. I haven't gotten food out in like 3 months.
Well, good. Learn to cook. People are starting to learn how to cook.
Well, I'm not cooking, but you know.
I know how to.
I
I
love
supported
cooking.
myself, and I supported myself cooking for most of my life, one way or another. So
I love cooking. I really love cooking. I love baking. I love gardening. I'm good with all of that. So, Bluebell says because no one was able to get a hold of flour or yeast, so about 50 pounds of bread flour and 3 pounds of yeast. Nice.
Great.
wow,
Thanks to Alsama, I got tons of flour now. I even got some rye flour, so I'm super excited to make
nice.
tons of sourdough. You don't need yeast.
Oh, that's awesome of him.
No,
Yeah.
Generous.
yeah, baking is different than cooking. I probably could bake, but it's a different skill. Slightly, you know what I mean. Like just because you can cook doesn't necessarily mean you can bake.
That's
If that
true.
makes sense.
Yeah, and just because you can bake doesn't mean you can cook either.
I mean, it is
They're
following
two totally
recipes the
different.
same way, but
I don't follow
I mean,
recipes. You don't need to follow recipes to bake or cook. You just have to know
well,
what
I'm
you're
saying
doing.
if it were you, yeah, well, until you have sort of an intuitive understanding of how the different ingredients work, you
Yes.
follow recipes.
Exactly.
So that's what I'm saying. I don't think I could jump, even though I have that understanding with cooking. I couldn't just jump right into baking and understand it the same way. I don't know if that makes any sense.
No, it totally does. And if I was baking with regular yeast, it would be, or with baking soda or baking powder. True.
Yeah.
But when you're baking with sourdough, the same, like the rules apply. Once you learn how to cook with sourdough, you know how to cook with sourdough, so you can make anything with
Right,
sourdough.
right. That's what I'm saying. You gain an understanding of how the relationship of what makes what happen to
Yeah.
what makes it tougher or lighter or
Mhm.
fluffier or whatever. Yeah.
Exactly.
I don't have that skill set. I have it with, stovetop cooking and grilling and shit like that, but not with baking. What I'm saying is, I respect people that can bake because
Me
it is
too.
a skill. It is a very, a learned skill,
Absolutely.
and there's a lot to it.
Are you guys getting fat?
Yes.
Yes. I'm trying not to. I'm trying to spend as much time in the garden.
Yeah, I had to pull the exercise bike out because I really I have to be very careful because with the diabetes and everything, if I put even 5 pounds on, that starts making me real off balance. I have to use more insulin. I've noticed. It's like,
yeah, I understand. Well, get lots of exercise, you guys.
Yeah.
Supposed to be meteor showers just before dawn. It's probably cloudy.
Awesome.
The moon this month is called the egg moon, grass moon, hair moon. Okay, that's interesting, human. Okay, guys, I love you guys very much, but I need to get out of here so I don't keep my husband awake too long. He's already trying to toss and turn and go to sleep while I'm making noise. And
I thought we were gonna be able to talk a little bit about flat Earth.
Yeah.
We'll say that next time.
Next time, Pat. Okay, next time. Promise. We can
Next
It's
time,
important.
the flat Earth.
Yeah, we're all getting Corona pounds going on now.
Oh my god.
We have
Yeah.
I've been exercising until I hurt myself diving off the bed. That's another story. I'll get it together. Okay, guys, we're getting out of here. Thank you, Spike, Bluebell, Bio, Gene, Anthony, Gazar, Grateful Heretic, Chris Foster. Gosh, who am I missing? I know there's so many of you. Human, thank you so much for everything you do, Gene. Got you guys. It's all you guys.
Take it one day at a time, guys.
Who am I? Yeah, one day at a time. Do the best you can. Fight for what you believe in. Don't go to the work for the man just to go to work for the man. If you can make it another day and just let them suffer, do that. Grumpy Troll, thanks for showing up. Gene, I said hello. Okay, Warren, and I didn't see you. Hello, happy 420. Oh yeah, happy 420, guys.
Oh yeah.
I forgot. It's 420. So, happy 420. Smoke them if you got them. All right, love y'all. We're
Way
gonna get.
ahead of you.
We're getting out of here. Say goodnight, guys. Peace.
Bye.
So long, suckers.
Bye.
Thank you. Good luck.